and welcome back to the Broken Respawn podcast. I'm TBSliver, and I'm joined today by SarinTal.
Hey everyone.
And the picture on the end is Lucian v Ghost, even though it's slightly different than normal.
Good evening, everybody.
How are we all this fine, glorious, warm, sweltering day?
Actually, it's not that bad over here.
Really?
We've got nice weather today.
I'm thankful that it is actually somewhat cool here, but even with the window open, it's still warm. And it's just like...
Yeah. I mean, the past couple of days has been like around the 30-degree mark, but right now it's like 25, and it's like noon.
I'm going to say, it's 26 in my office right now, so...
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah,
we've got a nice breeze going through, so especially if you're in the shade, it's nice.
Yeah. So, what have we been up to this week, Sarin? I see you've been playing a couple of things, not live, but a couple of things offline as well. What have you been up to?
Oh, right, I forgot. So sorry. I forgot that that's the image that's on my reactive.
Good fucking job.
I tuned into the stream wondering what Droid was talking about. Yeah, no, that's my old D&D character.
Well then.
Right, go on, Sarin, go on.
Thank you. In regards to what I've been up to, not much. My new rig doesn't have all too much memory, so I've got only the essential games, Riders V Rising and Mass Effect installed. But other than that, I'm done with physio, so yeah, I'm gonna be going back to my regular schedule on Wednesdays and Fridays, so you guys will be able to see more of me there.
Awesome.
But other than that, nothing really new.
Nothing really new? You did a bit of Monster Hunter the other day.
I did a bit of Monster Hunter the other day.
Offline for you, yeah. I think you were on...
Trying to get me caught up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Which has been... Yeah. Oh, I'm loving Monster Hunter at the moment. It's just... it's become my go-to game.
It's one of those games where I enjoy playing it with a group. I can't play it solo.
That's fair.
That's fair.
It's one of those games where if there's any motivation for me to play it, it has to be someone being like, hey, let's play Monster Hunter. And I'll be like, you know what? Sure, I'm down for that. But playing it solo, nah.
Yeah, there's certain things of the game that are fine solo, like some of the basic missions, but also a lot of them is just like... It's more fun to be running up to a monster and then it turns around, smacks something, and your friend just goes, goodbye. But yes, definitely a good multiplayer game. But I mean, we've also been playing a lot of Outriders, which has been interesting between the three of us. But yeah. Lucian, what have you been up to this past fortnight? I can see a few things you've been doing.
Well, I've... how to summarize this? I've done a lot of different things, including but not limited to attempting to learn an entirely new animation software, writing 3 different scripts, and playing a game called Zell.
Ooh.
And then proceeding to write a A4-page worth of feedback for it.
Oh, God. Oh, dear.
Yes.
I've seen you were playing a bit of Hood as well the last fortnight.
A bit of what?
Hood. H-O-O-D.
H-O-O...
I think that was that
Hood
multiplayer one?
Oh, yes. Hood, Outlaws, and Legends, I think. It was interesting. That one was interesting.
Because I picked that up as well. Is that one of those things that we should all give it a go one day as a 3 of us?
Okay. From a player perspective, it is definitely a game that would be more enjoyed with a group.
Okay.
Because it is basically what it is group-based heists in medieval England, basically.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, that sounds fun.
Yeah, you are Robin and his band of merry men but like dark. And your task is literally to just run around and steal shit. So, you know.
Is it proper stealth style, or is it a bit more combat-y?
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. It's properly, like, stealth. If you alert the guards, they will lock down the entire place. And you can brute force it to a degree, but it's difficult. So, yeah, no, it was enjoyable. But I would say it would be more enjoyable with a group, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I remember when you said you were going to look at that game, and it was just like, isn't it a 4v4 PvPvE sort of thing?
Okay, so it's 4v4 PvPvE as one of the modes that it has. There is also a 4-player PvE mode as well.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
That's actually piqued my interest a little bit more, because I find that some PvP games, it's very, like, unless they've got a lot of focus, it's very hard to balance. And I remember it coming out originally, and it disappeared off my radar very, very quickly. So I was just like, okay. But no, okay, we might have to take a look at the PvE side of that at some point.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but there is some stuff which is better than other stuff, and I definitely went, well, I can either have this installed or I can have Outriders installed, because at the time I hadn't really gotten cleared any of the stuff on my hard drive, and I didn't have a 2 terabyte SSD on the way, NVMe SSD, which is now in the mail. I ordered, Prime Day, I took advantage. I was very cautious about it, but I had a little bit of money in reserve for like this sort of thing. Prime Day happened. Western Digital SSD 2 terabyte for 125 quid.
Wow,
that's nice.
That's a bargain. No, I remember
that is a bargain. Considering that on Western Digital's website, that's $239 at standard retail price.
Is it one of the? Is it one of their Gaming Black Edition ones, or is it one of their standardish ones?
One of the standard ones.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense then, because I know I've got
Black Edition.
Yeah, I'm a WD Black. I'm like, send me the link. I'll order one.
Yeah, hey, Sarin, am I shipping you another thing?
You're right.
But yeah, overall,
you know what?
Overall, good. Yeah, very good.
Sliver, I think it'd be cheaper just for you to buy a plane ticket and just ship yourself over here with the SSD.
It's about the same price as the SSD, but, you know, fair enough. But yeah, no, and I mean, I've got art with question marks in my notes. It's like, you did some art? What were you doing? as a completely off the side thing you've been up to this weekend.
I was doing... So I took a day where I didn't know what I was doing at all. It was one of those days where your brain just goes, I've checked out. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. We've all had streams like that. I mean, some of mine more recently than others.
And I spent like half an hour jumping from game to game before I finally settled into Blockbench and did some 3D modeling. And I started work on some of the 3D modeling stuff that I need to do for the Ghost Industries series for Minecraft.
Okay, cool.
You were mentioning the Minecraft animation program as well.
Yes, Minimator. So Minimator, for those that don't know, is a Minecraft animation well, it's basically a 3D animation program designed specifically for Minecraft, or designed specifically around Minecraft, I should say. And it's interesting. I've been slowly getting to grips with it, and it's strange, but it's actually quite easy to work with. Weirdly enough, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
Looks very much like a. Well, it's a raw keyframe animator for things rather than like Blender or anything else like that. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you build something in Minecraft and then load a save in, or is it?
So what you can do is you can import sections of worlds or import schematics and stuff. So it's very interesting in that way.
Oh, that's cool. That's a very cool little software for that. I've been wondering.
I'm pretty sure Netflix used it for their Minecraft series.
Really? Okay.
They had a Minecraft series?
Yeah, Netflix has an interactive Minecraft series where you have to save the world from the Enders.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Strange.
I'll come across that one before.
But I have a 9-year-old son. Like, of course I'm going to come across this kind of stuff pretty regularly.
Fair. Yeah, no, okay. Getting on that.
I mean, cool. if there's any like gaming news that's directed towards kids, I'll probably know it because I have a kid. So, and let's be honest, I have a kid. I'm probably the oldest one here, and I'm still the most childish one.
That's true.
I think I might be slightly older than you, Sarin.
You sure about that?
Can't remember if
what year were you born in?
88.
Okay, 88 as well. What month?
February. I'm older than you by about 6 months.
by a couple months.
Wait. Oh, God.
Yeah,
fine.
I'm the middle child. Yeah, I'm finally the middle child.
He's a middle child in more way than one.
I'm the youngest here, which is quite funny considering
actually
a lot of
age order across the page. No. Heck, no, I mean,
it's only fair. You guys got the monkey in the middle.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Ah, dear. Well, yeah, and I mean, myself, I've been going crazy with retro game collecting.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that. Saw you showing off some Game Boy games and whatnot.
God. It's just a whole rabbit hole to fall down with that. I've literally I mean, Game Boy game literally sat next to me. The one that you can't get boxes for these, which are the old Rumble Pack style ones for Game Boy Color. There's just
is that the Pod Racer one?
Oh, that's Perfect Dark.
Oh, dude, I used to have the Pod Racer one with the Rumble Pack.
Never played that one.
I have no idea where the hell that is, and I'm so chapped because that was like one of my favorite Game Boy Color games.
Damn. Yeah, no, I mean, I literally got arrived today a load of covers and cases for all my Game Boy bits. It's quite a collection actually. I'm actually quite impressed with it. It's everything, but I actually need to buy 2 more cases for Game Boy Advance games just to fit them all. But my little collection has grown over the last month or two to include some games that I never got round to playing, like Super Mario Land.
Looking at my CD collection here beside me, I've got Star Trek New Worlds, X Beyond the Frontier, GTA 3, Test Drive Off-Road 2, Supreme Commander with its original packaging still.
Oh, wow.
I think the oldest game that I have, though, is Star Wars Rebel Assault 2 with box and all printed material on the inside.
That's probably worth making sure you've got that in a box secure, it's safe. And...
Oh, it's safe. It's got its own little shelf.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Oh god. I mean, as we're on retro games, let's go for that one. What was your first, both of you? What was your first game you really remember playing?
Star Wars Rebel Assault 2.
What was that on?
That was DOS.
Okay, so old PC. Okay.
Yeah, Star Wars Rebel Assault 2, if you want to look it up, it was it was the generation of games where the character was motion captured.
Okay.
So it was a mix between space combat and FPS. But the character would progress between hidden points, and would progress between cover, and you'd have to tap A or D to choose which side of cover to peek out from, and then aim and shoot with the mouse. But it was a recorded video of the actor doing the motions.
Oh, okay. That's so not motion capture, but actual FMV. Is that the one? Full motion video?
I think so. Motion video, yeah.
Yeah, that's I don't think I've seen any other games do that, really. FMVs have come back into prevalence these days, but I've not seen anyone do that.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot
DOS
of
days.
I think it was DOS or early Windows, Windows 95. I mean, I probably have the box here somewhere behind me, but I'll go grab that later.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the Star Wars games. They did a lot of their, especially Star Wars Dark Forces. Their cutscenes were all actors.
Yeah.
Very similar to Wing Commander.
Okay.
How they had their cutscenes, and actually in the early on Wing Commander games, when you're on the main ship before you go to missions, you've got a lot of actors just standing around as interactable characters. I'm pretty sure some Droid, if you've ever played those games, you're familiar with what I'm talking about. And if you guys are not, that's some old school tech.
That's some old school stuff. I mean, what? So let's go forward an entire decade. And what's your first gaming memory, Lucian?
Well, okay. So interestingly, I didn't really get into video games and gaming in general until I was in my early teens, right?
Okay.
Because a lot of the time, well, my mother was a bit of a technophobe, basically.
Okay.
She still is, not as much, but she still is. One of the things that I remember starting out with was basically Plants vs. Zombies.
Wow. Okay. Okay. That's...
Yeah.
I mean, I remember playing that game when it came out as well, but that's fairly recent. Is that
2011, I think.
Far off there.
But it wasn't the first game I ever played, but it's one of the first memorable ones.
Okay.
One of the first few games that I ever played. Now, or actually, there are two. One of them, as I've spoken before, Stronghold, which is a strategy tower defense game. I spoke about it when we played. What was it, Sarin? What was the game?
You're asking me to remember something?
It was the Star Wars strategy game that you...
Star Wars Battle...
The one that we ended up playing between us, was it?
Star Wars Battlegrounds?
Yeah, Galactic Battlegrounds, I think it was.
Galactic Battlegrounds, yeah. It was a similar thing to that, and Age of Empires later on down the line in the same vein of things, basically. And after that came... another game that was sort of in a similar line of things, but not quite, which was Desert Rats versus Africa Corps.
Huh.
Which was a relatively old military strategy sort of assault game. I never got very far in it, but I did enjoy it. And I enjoyed maneuvering troops around and stuff like that. But yeah, both of those games hold a special point in my heart of being the first few games that I started sort of coming into. And then later on down the line, we had Diablo.
I never played that.
What, Diablo?
Never played original Diablo. Or
No, when I say Diablo, I don't mean original Diablo. I think I mean Diablo 2 or 3. I don't quite remember which one it was. I know it was one of the Diablo series. And sort of after that, that's when my gaming horizons began to expand. But yeah, Stronghold original which is nowadays called Stronghold HD. It's even on Steam these days, which I was very surprised by. But then I proceeded to play through from the beginning, and I now have 44.5 hours of playtime in Stronghold HD on Steam.
Whoops.
Because it's one of those games that when I was younger, I thought, this is really hard, this is really challenging. And I came back to it later on, like a few months back, and I went, okay, well, it was really hard when I was younger, but, you know, now I've learned a lot, I've grown up, it should be really easy because, like, yeah. No, it is not. It is still just as hard as I remember. And, like, that's one of the reasons that I really like it, because it has that difficulty, it has that strategy, and it is not forgiving. And yes, even a child could play it, but even an adult can find it hard, you know?
I do like that sometimes when going back to old games, it's like, this game can't be that difficult as I remember it. No, it's still pounded. It's still taking me out the back and hit me around the head with the sledgehammer.
That was my same experience with Rebel Assault 2 and playing Rebel Assault. I'm just like, dear God. And especially if you don't have your DOS settings quickly, the game's a lot faster. If you don't have your DOS emulator set quite right, the game's faster than it needs to be.
Whoops. Yes, I can imagine those DOS games that used to run at the absolute peak efficiency, like absolute like fastest they'll run is like 10 to 15 frames a second on those old machines. On these ones, it'll be like play. Oh, it's finished. Oh dear. Oh. Yeah, I know you noticed. I know you just mentioned one in the news chat.
Yeah, so I forgot the name of it, but this is because I remember the game. I had to actually look up. What did I look up? I looked up DOS Games Squirrel Cowboy because I couldn't fucking remember the name of the game. Skunky in the Wild West. This is the first ever game that I played on my dad's 486 computer.
I'm sorry, Skunky?
Yes.
No, I'm not going to show that one fully because it's not that.
Okay.
Scunny.
It is. They're Scunny.
Scunny in the Wild West.
I could read. Anyway, I can't read.
No.
Scunny, yeah. In the Wild West, 1993. First game I've ever played. I remember my dad showing me how to load this game through DOS because I don't even think we had Windows installed on the computer before that.
Oh wow, this is a shareware version I just found on YouTube quickly.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, it's a platformer. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Very cool.
Yeah, you can see how old this game is because it would not pass today's. I
don't know. I've seen some very, very weird ones. But yes, no, it wouldn't pass. It wouldn't pass acceptable muster rather than gaming quality. Running around shooting Indians. That's really not okay.
No.
Oh dear. But you know, video games are video games. And if you can't determine the difference, then maybe you should not play some of those ones.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But, that
was the first game I ever remember playing.
God. I mean, I've been racking my brain over and over again to try and remember the first game I remember. And I can tell you what platform it's on. I can tell you it was BBC Master System. I can tell you I called it Faces, and I couldn't tell you the actual name.
What?
At all.
Oh my god, BBC Master System. Jesus.
Yeah. It's an old puzzle, like 2D puzzle game where you move around and have to, like, there's some gravity-based blocks and stuff like that. And you have to collect I think it's a mask or something like that. The number of times I've looked this up, I've even asked my parents and they don't remember what it's called. We've got the tape back at home and I need to get that machine out the corner of my dad's office and boot it to see whether it A, works, and B, has that game on. And I can find out what it's actually called. Sarin thinks he's found it already.
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, might be. BBC for the BBC Micro. Facemaker, maybe. No, that's actually a drawing program.
Okay.
That's a straight up drawing program. No, I'm talking. It's actual puzzle game. But that's the first one I really remember. Apart from that, playing a load of just random tape games on a Spectrum, ZX Spectrum at my grandmother's house. Those are like the very first gaming memories I've ever got.
Oh god, Elite was one of the games for the BBC Master System in 1984.
Yeah, I was playing on consoles that were much older than I was, and I'm really annoyed that when my grandma passed away, we didn't keep hold of the console. We had it, and then I don't know what happened to it. It disappeared entirely. But yeah, so I need to go back to that. But yeah, no. What game would you go back to play?
Oh Lord!
If you could, knowing all the games that are out at the moment, if you could go back and play one game from your childhood or something that you never got to play or anything like that, what would you go and play? What would you get? Because you probably could these days. Whoever figures it out first.
I don't really know. I mean, here's the thing. If I could pick any game to go back and play, I technically already did, because I went and picked up Stronghold on Steam, because holy shit, this is still a thing. I will play this.
Yeah, right.
And Plants vs Zombies, I still have that on Steam.
Yeah.
I still occasionally boot it up on Steam, which is
booted mine in a very long time.
Yeah. It's like the thing about Plants vs Zombies, right, is the fact that I can look at it right now. The last time I gained an achievement on Plants vs Zombies through Steam was June 23rd.
Okay, so wow, like just last month. Wow.
Yeah, basically last month. I have 4 achievements left on Plants vs Zombies before I 100% the game Steam achievements. I want to get those achievements.
I don't blame you. For that.
But yeah.
I mean, I've unlocked 5 achievements on it. I last played it when did I last play this? Very long time ago. Hang on. 2009, in fact. That was on release. I last played it on release. Yeah, no. It's yeah. I mean, for myself, it would be go back and actually get to play Sonic on original was it Master System or Mega Drive? I can never remember which one it came out on first. I think it was Mega Drive my friend had. Yeah. Never really got to play that very much.
Game I would want to go back and play, because I never was able to play it in its entirety, was on a Commodore, like a tape system, right? The Commodore 86, I think?
One of those. 64? Commodore 64? One of the Commodores.
One of them. It was a Die Hard game.
Okay.
It had different play styles where one was a drive and shoot, then there was your actual like walk and shooters. They had 3 different game modes, and me and my buddies, when I was sleeping over at their house one day, every one of us had our specialty in like what play style we were good at. So when it came up to a specific level, if it was like the side scroll shooter, we'd pass it off to the one guy. If it was the driving, escape, it was off to the other guy. We kind of shuffled that way, because we all knew, we didn't have to learn the new style. Everybody did what they were good at.
Okay, that's cool, actually. Yeah, co-op through like having to play different levels and stuff like that. Yeah.
The old co-op system.
Yeah, the old. It's your turn now. I died.
Pretty much.
God damn.
That's the one game I want to go back to, because I never got to finish it, because they ended up moving, and I was just like, damn.
You'll have to see either you get an emulator these days and just play it. Like the one you found, you can straight up play those online these days. Like old DOS games, they've got emulators in the browser.
Just to remember which one it was.
Yeah, that's always
because there's a couple of them.
That's always a problem. I mean, my other game I always wanted to play, I've literally got on my retro game pile, so I'm not going to count that one, which was Crash Bandicoot. I remember going into Toys R Us every time we went there, and going and playing on the demo on the stand-up console, as much as I could, because I really wanted to play it, but I never got a PlayStation, so I couldn't play it. Now I've got two, and neither of them work. Sad times. Anyway, speaking of no, I'm trying to segue into this next one and I can't figure it out. I was about to say, speaking of not working, wait, no, that doesn't work. Have you seen any of the new news coming out of Twitch? They're doing things. They're doing things. There's stuff they're actually doing. Twitch is improving stuff.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
that's worrying.
I know you've been mentioning a few things, so I'm gonna let you start the ball rolling on that one.
Yeah. So the first one might intrigue you. Well, it actually intrigues all of us equally. Is Twitch are looking to lower their payout cap, as in their payout limit, which is at the moment $100. So you have to earn $100 from Twitch, and then you get paid on the paid however much that is above $100 on the 15th of the month, the following month. They're changing that to $50 in. At the moment, it's in certain places, so it doesn't actually affect any of us immediately, but it's coming across the board. So, because it's phased rollout, they're starting tomorrow in Argentina, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Spain, and Taiwan, with more countries on the way. Basically, probably as they update their system. None of us know that song, unfortunately.
I think Sarin does.
No, it's not.
I do.
You actually? Oh God!
It's from Animaniacs.
No. We know of the song. We don't know the song.
Well, no, I can't give you like. Here's the thing: I can sing Modern Major General, but I cannot sing Yakko Warner's Song of the World because God knows that is.
I've seen so many people do it, but yeah,
I cannot wait for that scene because I am playing through the Mass Effect Legendary Edition series. I cannot wait for that scene.
Wait, there's a scene. They copied the scene into Mass Effect.
No. Major General.
Oh, Modern Major. Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
Huh, I didn't know that. But
I think it's Major General. Yeah, I think one of the scientist guys sings it.
Okay.
I'll make sure to clip it and send it to you guys when I get there.
Yeah, but I mean, this sort of thing is.
I mean, this is nice for me because I'm always that guy. It's like I'm $1 or $2 short from that $100 payout.
Yeah,
and I want to get a game or something, but there's nothing in my Twitch fund.
Yeah,
because
I mean, it's infuriating, but also very like the fact that they're putting this out is very, very good. Because
I mean, of course, and then really, it doesn't affect the 1,000 viewer streamers because those guys get a payout every month anyway. But for someone like me, who's got maximum 15 viewers when these two clowns are not streaming,
I mean, it's true.
It's true.
I'm not wearing my clown mask, okay? Don't let them know.
Are you sure you're not wearing your clown mask?
No. But yeah, no, they're so that I mean, it's not just that payout thing, but yeah, that's massive.
Whoa, what happened there? I lost you.
Hello?
I've
still got you guys?
Yeah, nothing on my end.
No disconnect on my end. Say something, Sarin?
I went full roboto.
You have gone slightly robotic.
Yeah, you've gone a little bit robotic.
So I'll just keep talking then. But yeah, no, the decrease to $50 for the payout is great for smaller streamers because that's 10, 20 subs, something like that, depending on their payout caps. And this is something that's coming from their when they localized all the prices. So, for example, it used to be $5 across the board, and it was, you paid $5 in your local currency. And then they went to localized rates. So, like in the UK, it's £4, £3.99 or something like that for a sub, which works out about the conversion rate to that. But in certain places, like I think it's what did they call it? It was something like C-class countries where the price of bread is in pence rather than measured in pounds or that sort of thing. It's a lot lower that, but it makes it so that like people can actually pay you instead of having to go, oh, it's $5, which is like my rent for the week. They made it that way, which is good to hear that they've got that localization, and this should help with all of those people getting an improvement to their payouts. The next one's interesting.
I agree.
You back, Sarin?
Yeah, I have no idea what happened there. It just went all roboto there for a minute.
Discord had a hiccup. The next one is, I think we mentioned last time, was they've been improved their channel switcher. I don't know if you guys have seen this one.
Mm-hmm.
They're rolling out slowly an improvement to their channel switcher, which makes it easier to browse through the various channels and pick out. You can literally click a video and it shows you a minute of what's currently happening in like the top, and then you can click through to them or click another one to try. And there's no ads on this page at all, but you only see a minute of their content, yeah, of whatever's happening right then and there. I'm just trying to pull up an image of that.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah, so you can sort of see that you can quite literally tap on one and say and see what they're doing and see if that's going to interest you. You can have sound on it. There is no ads played on this screen. So the pre-roll thing, the old pre-roll issue where you click onto a new streamer and the first thing you get hit with is a minute and a half of ads. And so you look at that and just go, I can't be asked to sit here. I'm just going to go to someone I'm already subbed to. Just not find a new not find a new streamer that could be amazing content or very funny or something. But you can just click through. You can now click through and watch a minute's worth of content and say, are they doing anything interesting? Are they interesting to listen to? Can I understand them? Are they playing a game I'm interested in and a part that I go, ooh, that's interesting, and click through, and it's just quick click swaps to each one. As well as, like, obviously you can sort it by recommended for you as well. They've actually been doing a bit recommendation engine, but this should make like smaller streamers like ourselves a bit more findable,
discoverable.
Findable, discoverable. Yeah, it's entirely for the discoverability. And I'm like, this not rolled out yet.
It's an interesting idea. I've seen like this entire channel switcher.
Yeah.
Like I've actually been using it basically.
So you've got the preview of it.
I've got the preview of it.
Oh, lucky! I've not seen it yet. In the flesh, at least.
It's okay. How do I describe it? Basically, it's weird. So one of the things that I found with it is a bit. It's a good idea.
Okay.
Right? Good idea. But in practice, it feels a little.
Did I lose you guys?
You're roboting again.
You're roboting again. In practice, it feels a little off.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how to describe how it feels off. It's just that sometimes you go into this and you're like, okay, I want to watch this streamer. And I spent like 3 seconds watching this streamer and going, okay, that's kind of interesting. And then I was trying to figure out how to actually go to that streamer, and then their stream just stopped on the browsing thing.
Because of the minute timer, yeah.
Yes, that's okay, but it would be nice if that timer was a little longer. Because I'm watching the streamer and I'm thinking, this would be interesting, this would be cool. And then the timer stopped and I was like, huh. It rolled me over to the next streamer after a little while.
Oh, it rolls you over. Okay.
Well, it rolls you over only if you've been like idle for a little while.
Okay. So,
but that idle timer and that like length timer on how long it lets you watch the streamer, that felt way too short.
Okay. That might be something to like. Obviously, I don't think I've got that yet. So it might be something to feed back to Twitch and say, "Hey, 3 minutes." Like it's still short because like streams are 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 hours long, depending on how crazy you are. And that kind of that sort of length is definitely
here's the thing.
more getting into it.
Here's the thing. One of the things that I've found is that I've seen that layout, right? I've seen all of that. It's shown me all of that. I don't know how I managed to access it the first time.
They're doing A/B testing.
A/B testing?
You'll get it, and then someone else will get it. It's not, they'll release it by like regions.
Yeah. So you'll have gone through.
I don't know how I managed to access it the first time I did it, right?
You can't get it back.
And I can't find it again.
Yeah, it might have been that you caught it. Either they made a mistake when they were doing. So it's a development term of A/B testing where you like turn a feature on for a small subset of your users. And what may have happened is you were in a random selection and then they had to turn it off again for to fix something, or it was a mistake, or they broke their A/B testing system, which is entirely likely having built some things like this. So you just happen to be on that dice roll of you get to try it, and they probably had to turn it off for that group. So there may have been a part of that feature that wasn't working very well. May well have been the rollover and minute timer that they've been testing. But I'd assume I'm surprised you don't have access to it. Was it on a different machine or something, or?
No, it was on the same machine that I've been on. Okay. But like the thing is, I had access to it.
Yeah.
I saw that I had access to it, but I don't know how I got access to it in the first place.
Right.
I don't know what I clicked to make it happen.
Basically. It will have just you will have just been randomly selected from the people that are visiting the site at that time. So it might be that they did a rollout, got some feedback, turned it off again, and
just like being at the airport. Just like being at the airport, randomly selected.
Yeah, you have been randomly selected for a search. Yes. Congratulations. Yes. But if they get this, if they polish the edges on this and get it really nice, it should be a very good way of discovering live content, which I've also seen some sites that do similar, like some of the Twitch competitors do this. YouTube's been doing this with their static videos, kind of, where you can mouse over them and see the video start, and you can literally scrub through it and like see if there's something in there that's interesting you, or you want a particular part of it. Very nice little UI thing, and that's that. Anything that improves discoverability for smaller streamers is an amazing tool. And something
I agree.
that surprisingly a lot of bigger players aren't doing. YouTube is pushing big creators. Like have you seen all the people that they've literally bought to come over here? I was going to say Dr. Disrespect. No, he got banned. Never mind.
No, he got banned. There is a reason he's not on Twitch.
Yeah,
out of here.
Dr. Lupo. Sorry, that's where I got that wrong. Tim the Tapman. A few.
Myth signs an exclusive deal.
I want to say Suko, but I've got the name wrong entirely. Another one of the 100 Thieves gamers team. One of the team in 100 Thieves, joining Valkyrie, who's been over on YouTube for ages. She's doing really well. but they are pushing the bigger streamers, and they get it. Like, now is definitely an interesting period because obviously they've been over there for a while. The contracts will be ending in like some of the longer term ones, 6 months less. If they've been doing a year contract or a 2-year contract, I'm going to be intrigued whether they stay.
I'll be honest. As a person who, at this point, I would call myself more of a streamer than a YouTuber, right? Because I do a lot more streaming than I do YouTubing, and a lot of the YouTubing that I do is scripted content. So it takes time to develop.
Yeah.
As a streamer more over than a YouTuber, I would not leave Twitch. Just because Twitch's tools and the methods that they have developed for streaming and the layout of their site is so much more intuitive and just generally more easy to use than what YouTube has to offer.
Yeah, I think that comes down, though, from YouTube's always been video first, always been a video platform. You think video, you think online video, you think YouTube. You think online gaming and live streaming, you do think Twitch. Because that's what they grew up doing. They weren't quite competing, and then they've slowly, like, well, it's less Twitch moving over, but it's more YouTube getting bigger and going, oh, we can take this too. Sort of thing. Like, I mean, YouTube's always done live things, but it's always been static video first.
I'll be honest. I think, and this is maybe just my personal opinion, but I think that YouTube should leave their live streaming service where it is at the moment and go back to focusing on the things that actually made YouTube an interesting platform to be on and something that people enjoyed being on. Like, for example, and this is maybe me beating a dead horse at this point, but years ago, YouTube used to have a subscription feature called Collections.
Oh, don't even get me started on that. No, I miss that so much.
Yeah, exactly. You could curate your subscriptions based on collections. You could put a bunch of different YouTubers in a collection that you could then check for subscriptions on a daily basis. Instead of having everyone in the same feed, you could actually go to different subscriptions to see what people were doing.
Yep.
That was a brilliant feature. They nixed it for no reason, and I'm still mad about it.
I'm mad about it because I've still got 600 subscriptions.
Yeah, that was another thing. Like, with the collections, it also made subscriptions manageable. You could subscribe to more people because you could curate that subscription list and curate those collections of people.
Yeah, it's really annoying at the moment because it's just like I want to be able to put all my electronics makers in one folder like I used to have, and then all my gaming, like nowadays gaming content, and I'd be like, oh right, I feel like watching some woodwork videos. Woodwork.
Yeah, I want to be able to do. Here is all the people who produce music. Here's Pomplamoose, Miracle of Sound. Here are all the Hermitcraft people. Yeah. They are in their own separate folder. Here are all the World of Madness people. They're in their own separate folder. Yeah. Etc., etc. It would be nice to be able to do that again, YouTube. That would be helpful. But no, you keep nixing things that you don't need to nix.
I mean,
it's annoying.
There's probably a technical reason because I remember it came around with a lot of changes, and I think that may have been when they were when YouTube and Google were like not splitting up the bits for splitting up the things in the divorce, but like splitting apart the development teams a bit more because obviously they used to be pretty much under the same umbrella. But it was a while ago.
I can see it being a case of something in the code or something in the development meant that these things had to go.
Yeah.
But
they need to bring something
taking
back.
away features that people find useful and are helpful for accessibility.
Yeah.
And adding features that nobody wants.
So there's a thing that drives me insane with that as well. Because I have the YouTube mobile app, and you know what? I just get bored of radio. I don't need to listen to people talking all the time. I do it at work. When I'm in the car, I just want to listen to music. And I used to be able to play my mix of, favorite songs. And if I wasn't feeling a particular song, I would be able to swipe it off the list and it'd be removed temporarily and it would just go into the next thing in the list. Now, YouTube has done this weird thing where on the YouTube app, it's a radio mix. So it takes the first song of your favorites and it plays songs similar to it. I don't care about songs similar to it. If there's a song that catches my interest, I will add it to my list. But while I'm driving, I'm not paying attention to new songs. I want to listen to the stuff I'm used to. I want to sing along. My little guy is humming along to the songs that I'm listening to that he probably shouldn't be humming along to.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Yeah. A joke. I guarantee that song's on there somewhere.
No, but if you guys know the what is it? Has Been Hotel series.
Oh God, no.
There's the fan made song Insane. He sings along to that.
Oh dear.
I'm not gonna get into the stuff surrounding Has Been Hotel because there is a lot of really, really bad stuff surrounding the LGBT community and Has Been Hotel.
I remember stuff on fire with that.
I'm not getting into the series itself. I'm just saying he comes along to songs like that.
The fan-made songs, the fan-made songs around that are really good. Insane is a really fun song. The show itself and the creator behind the show are very problematic. That is not what we're going to be talking about. But another thing that I'm actually really annoyed about with YouTube. YouTube used to be able to let you just listen to songs forever. But now they have auto pause. And in YouTube Premium or YouTube Red or whatever they're calling it, that auto pause is disabled. You can disable that, but you can't do it in the main thing. That's annoying. Yes, I can get a browser extension to just click the button to go, yes, I want to keep listening, but it's annoying.
Oh God, the I've been listening to 6 hours of music, are you still alive button.
Yes.
Right, yes. No, I've hit that once or twice, but yeah, these days I end up pausing music when I get up to go away somewhere. I mean, I'm not so fussed by the radio stuff. I'm annoyed that it's not as good as it used to be. The number of times I've had multiple tracks for one following that. This has turned into a rant against YouTube now.
Yes, it has.
But like,
let's end it on this one and move on to the next upcoming stuff.
Upcoming thing from Twitch. Instead, the next three I'm going to go through quickly, because they're minimal minor things, and the last one thing. They're increasing the Twitch tags to 10 that you can have from 5, and I think they're making them freeform. Nice. So you can now put whatever the fuck you like in. They'll just put it through a profanity filter, basically.
That's good.
So if you're in a minority that wants that. You don't have a tag because they're just not keeping up with the times. You can just put it in yourself. So fine, whatever.
That's nice.
Which is very, very, very good of them. I can see people putting she, her, they, them, he, him tags in now for that, which would be actually very useful. Especially for trans creators and those that are non-binary. It's like you can put non-binary in your tags already.
That is actually non-binary is already a tag in Twitch. But yeah, having pronoun tags would be very helpful.
Yeah, being able to put in specifically the ones I prefer, he, they, whatever. Yeah, the guest star product announcement, as Locos put it, the guest star product, which is pretty much what we're doing now, but built into Twitch. Allowing you to do like multi-person video voice calls through Twitch while live. It's an interesting one. So it's I'm
wondering how well that'll work.
Yeah, from what I've seen, it works very similar to how we're doing it with Video Ninja. That's actually what we use for getting everyone's video feeds over. That's why Sarin's looks so good. It's because it's basically a direct feed from him direct to me,
And there'll be less of a delay, in the coming months when I get fiber.
Yeah. But it's very much a video chat tool that they can tie everything together, which is interesting. And I guess we're going to see a lot more live podcasty style things on Twitch, or people dropping in, dropping out. Like they've actually, one of the cool features I've seen from that is they've added in a way of doing like adding your moderators are able to swap people in and out, which is a very cool, which is actually a very cool feature, and have a queue for people to say, I want to come on and talk. A dangerous thing, I can see that having problems, but also if you've got known people that are coming forward, it's like, yeah, no, that we actually know them, they're part of the community, they can come in and chat, you know, that sort of thing.
So I wonder if they'll incorporate an ability to add like subscriber like roles, like, you know how we,
you mean like the new artist one that came in,
like a VIP status or something, you know, where people can actually,
they've already got VIP status because we've already got VIPs in there, but
so maybe tying it in so that only VIPs can request.
I think they've got it the option to set subscribers and channel subscribers, and then you have to pay channel points for it as well, sort of thing. Okay. Which is good. I mean, they're finally making another use for channel points other than, you know, all the developers that have gone around and gone, you know what, we're just going to make our own shit. You know,
I mean, you've got your minions. I've got my Star Wars helmets that have been very popular.
Yeah, that's been good. that was a brilliant one. But yeah, no, right. So guest stars that. They've also got so the other thing Twitch has come in through is the chat highlight tool, which you know that you've probably seen it more recently with the new chatter a little bit. They're actually adding in some new tags for that. So they've got ones like I think they've got one that's like welcome, a returning chatter, someone that's come chat at least twice in the last 30 days, stuff like that. So you've got, if you've had someone popular, I've just noticed your image changed, Lucian.
Yeah, yes, saw that too.
But yeah, returning chatter. So I've actually got a little tool that I built that you know, the first time someone says anything in any stream on Twitch, I get a notification saying they've just said something. So I can say hi to them and then clear it off, and I don't have to worry about missing somebody that's recent to it. And I'm going to eventually put a sound effect on it so I can actually hear a little bell or something saying, it's a new person, get nice. They've also got one that's interesting for moderators, which is suspicious user.
Ooh. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. Which is meant to do stuff like, these guys are like, maybe this guy's evaded a ban, or there's so many different ones in there. I don't know if they've actually got them.
They might be targeting all the bot accounts, because remember how like there used to be, we used to have the ban hammer on a constant roll.
I'd see them pop up on Sarin's stream, and then I'd literally go across, ban them on Lucian.
What was it? Hoss something?
Oh God, don't remind me of Hoss.
Yeah.
I've literally, there's a tweet up by me that says, if you allowed regexes in your thing, I would have fixed this in one regex. Because I literally went, this is the regex they're using. They can just get banned. You know, they wouldn't even get in. They wouldn't even get in the thing. But no. I nearly made a bot to auto ban them if they turned up. Like auto ban, boom, gone. But I never got around to it. Someone else probably beat me to that as well. But probably. Yeah, no, it's just like that. But yeah, the suspicious users thing. Like, I think that one might actually be out. In certain places. I've not seen it happen myself yet. So it may be things you need to turn on. But yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I hope they bring out some new ones, like some more extras for that sort of thing. You can also set to highlight your moderators and stuff when they're speaking. So hopefully that's useful. I wonder. I'm trying to figure out what the other one is they've got, but Loco's screenshot doesn't actually make it easy, because she's got a pop over on it and I can't read it. It's like, okay, done. But you know, those are cool things that we've starting to get access to. The final one is one that I thought happened already. And I've literally been testing for the last month, which is the ad incentive program. try and get us smaller creators, creators in general, to run more ads. And we all know that
which
it's a contentious
I'm not
thing.
Doing, but you know.
Yeah. So I thought it was already out and you just had to get like a certain bit. Turns out it comes out in August. So yeah.
But as you did mention, you are going to have some good before and after data for it.
Oh yeah,
I'm
going to have proper data, and I'll tell you what, it's not worth at the moment. It's not worth very much.
No.
No.
I can say it's not actually impacted my view account. I've had some very good streams recently. Monster Hunter's been very good. But it's also, so I'm guessing that may have helped with some. I've seen a lot of new chatters come in as well, so it's probably helped with them appearing. I'm going to be
they no longer
intrigued.
get pre-rolls, correct?
Yeah, if I've ran adverts in the last amount of time, it disables pre-rolls, so they get straight into the stream and can watch I run a minute and a half every half hour, basically. Is my current setup, because I think a minute and a half is about as short as you can get. Well, it's as short as you can get without having, American grade ads.
Honestly, if I were to run ads on my streams, I wouldn't. I would be fine with running 30 seconds of ads every hour. That would be
Kitty.
Or every 45 minutes. But that is basically BBC level advertisement regulations, basically. And the BBC, as we know, the BBC in the UK does not actually run ads, right?
Yeah. Really, half an hour, 30 seconds every hour. The BBC. I thought it was slightly higher than that.
No, it's more a case of like the BBC itself. Any BBC channels that are related to the BBC do not run commercial advertisement.
Yeah. Oh, right? Yeah. They don't. There's no external adverts. You do get adverts for other shows of theirs.
They will run about maybe 2 minutes to 2.5 minutes of ads, but they'll always be for other shows on the BBC. Right. Yeah. When it comes down to it, I probably would be running something along the same lines of maybe an ad break of 30 seconds every 45 minutes. If I were to run ads at all. At the moment, I don't run ads. I just have the pre-rolls, and then you don't get ads at all for the rest of the stream, which is okay. But the pre-rolls are the problem, basically.
Yeah. And this is what that is, because you get, unless you manage to be the really unlucky one, you come in on end up with pre-rolls and then get hit by the thing. Yeah, I mean, I've literally seen it happen where I've gone and joined someone who I know runs ads, and I've been hit by 7 ads in a row. I was like, oof, what?
Yeah.
So I just refreshed the page, had 2, and then carried on. There's, I mean, either that or you end up running like certain ad blockers on Firefox work really well.
You block Origin on Firefox works incredibly well.
Yeah. Whereas it doesn't work on Chrome properly for that, because I use Chrome.
That's why I prefer Firefox.
Yeah.
Among other reasons, but we're not getting into that.
Yeah. The interesting one though for that, if you want to do it in the non-grey area of ad blocks, Twitch Turbo, there's an interesting side effect for that one. Because what Twitch Turbo does, and twitch.tv/turbo, you can literally go buy this. It's a $10 a month. Sorry, it's $8 a month. It's not that much. That turns off ads across the entire platform for you. Your account. Ads is completely off. If a channel that you are not subbed to runs ads and you have Twitch Turbo, the streamer gets the revenue as if they'd seen the ads.
Huh. Interesting.
Rather than it just being straight up blocked, they get the one. Well, it's one part. Well, it's less than a penny. It's
less than a penny. It's like 0.05 something.
But they're done per mil, which is per 1,000 views or clicks. It's actually per 1,000 views. So if you have 1,000 viewers and you run an ad, and everyone sees that ad, you get a certain amount of money for it, and that's a fixed amount. And obviously, it's divided down from there. So. I mean, that's how the monetary bit side of that's done. And that's, like, I'm going to be intrigued next month. And I may well talk. I will definitely be talking about this on here when it comes out, which will not be the next podcast. No, it won't be the next podcast. It'll be the one after that, which will be partway through.
Either the one after that, or even later on once you have a bigger picture. Of what's going on.
Yeah, but I'm intrigued what the amount they're going to give as the incentive for a small creator like me. Like, what's their amount? How much am I worth?
One of the things that I want to talk about very quickly, right? uBlock Origin shows you how many ads they've blocked per page.
Yeah.
The stream page, the Broken Respawn stream page, is currently at 858 blocks.
That's not
excessive.
It's not. Okay, so it's not just ads. It's not just advertising that uBlock does.
It's not just ads.
uBlock and AdBlock remove analytics as well, of which, of course, a Google product is going to have a ton of Google Analytics on, and that's what it's blocking. It's blocking all the all the clicks, tracking everything. And there's a lot of that. I've inspected YouTube a few times to try to get ideas for doing development and stuff, and it's like, holy crap, what the hell you got in there? It is very, very, but that might also be a total counter over every tab you've got open right now or over the last day.
No, it's not. It's separate per tab.
Oh, okay.
It is separate per tab.
So that's 8,000
and I've
events.
868 blocks. I want you to know that is 10%.
Wow.
That is 10% of everything that it can it can block on this specific page.
Okay. Interesting. Well,
right. We've got just about
a few minutes left. I think
we've got about 8 minutes.
So
I didn't even get to talk about Zell, but you'll find out about that.
Well, in that case, Zell, a game that Lucian got a sponsored key for. I managed to get a sponsored key for too, and I'm going to try out tomorrow.
You bastards!
Yeah,
Keymailer.
They don't like the day. For some reason, they don't like me.
Zell is a really small indie studio. They'll probably be happy to have anyone request, honestly. I saw the game on the front page and I was like, okay, I'll pick this up. This looks interesting.
I'm intrigued, and I will be playing that tomorrow. So
yes. So Zell, for everyone listening, is a 3D action adventure, sort of in the style of Hades and Zelda. But more in the style of Zelda, with the mechanics of Hades, in some ways. So it's quite interesting. I would recommend going to watch Sliver's take on it, because my take on it was mouse and keyboard, and I was disappointed to the point where I wrote a A4 page of feedback for the game and sent it to the devs, going, "Hey, you might want to look into this."
Yeah. Whereas I'm guessing they've gone almost console first, as it were.
Now, as a preface to this, Sliver, the game is fully released, but it still feels like early access in some ways. So, fair warning.
Okay.
But it is an indie studio, so
we'll see how it goes. It looks, the graphics look awesome.
One of the compliments that I had for the game was the graphics were really good, and the soundtrack was fantastic.
Okay, that is actually normally of good redeeming quality for a game.
Yes,
you can overlook a lot.
That's the reason why. I played it for about half an hour, wrote my feedback form, tried to beat the first boss again, managed to succeed, played it for another 20 minutes. I didn't just stop playing it when I wrote my feedback form. And I wrote the feedback on stream, so everyone could see it. And I sent it off on stream, basically. Yeah. And I was like, okay, this is really interesting. And then I went back to play it again, because actually it was quite interesting. I was enjoying it. But after a little bit more play, I was like, I can't play this with the setup that I have at the moment. It's not possible for me.
You need to get you a controller, because that's going to make a massive difference.
No, I'll be honest. If a game gives me the option of playing mouse and keyboard, I will play it in mouse and keyboard. regardless of whether or not it's made for controller, I will play it in mouse and keyboard because they've given me that option and I want to experience it like that, basically.
So you do have a controller and will play it if it's controller only. Okay.
I don't have a controller. If it was controller only, I would have to get myself a controller to play it.
Yeah.
But,
Fair enough. I mean, you'd probably find, there's certain games that you can play on keyboard and mouse versus controller, and they play differently. I can think of Monster Hunter is my biggest one I've come to as well. It's like, if you play Monster Hunter on controller, you can play on any console. The only thing you'll get confused about is A and B being backwards on the Switch. Whereas if you play keyboard and mouse, there are some things you just can't do on certain things. Some bits are easier on some weapons.
I do not have enough fingers for keyboard and mouse to play Monster Hunter.
No. But that's only a basic example for that. But no, I'm going to be intrigued to try Zell from a controller perspective. Yeah, because I'm used to playing platformers and those sort of games on controller. You know, I'm a bit more of a console gamer than I think either of you in terms of handhelds.
Yes, I believe that you are.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not a console gamer at all, so.
Although I am interested in a game that is coming out here at the end of the month, Digimon Survive. It looks like a storytelling-based game.
Okay.
So, and I know my wife is a huge Digimon fan, so that'll be an interesting one.
I am going to have to love you to and leave you.
Do you want to do your shout-outs quickly? Because I think that's basically where we're at. So,
Lucian? You two can cover whatever comes next. But yes, thank you everybody for joining us this evening. I am Lucian V Ghost. I stream over on Twitch every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. UK time. We have videos out on YouTube. There was a video that was actually released on Tuesday, which I'm quite happy about. I definitely need to do more of that. As for now, thank you all very much for joining us, and I will hand you off to my co-hosts. Have a very good evening, everyone, and a very good night.
Yes, and I will swap back to... where's it gone? There. Nope, that's not the right one. It's that one.
He's lost it.
There we go.
I mean, there's nothing new about you losing it, though.
Thanks. So what were you going to say about?
So as I said, my wife is a huge Digimon Survive fan. So I'm looking at it a little bit, and I'm looking at some of the images that are on this page. I'm going to go ahead and send you it's different from the other Digimon games that I've seen for the PlayStation. Especially in animation style, because those ones were heavily more of the 3D 3D rendering. This one kind of gives it more that like cartooned 2D animation style.
Okay.
Well, that's the intro that you're showing. I was looking at the pictures a little bit below,
I just put the video up because it's very much...
You can see what I mean as being a very like storytelling.
It's a visual novel style.
Yeah, it's a visual novel style.
Okay.
So I'm interested in seeing how this one goes because I'm taking an interest into the Digimon world, and I want to give it a shot. So that will be one I'm interested in. But for everyone out there who is Lego fans, if you guys jump over to Humble Bundle right now, they have 9 games available.
Ooh, yeah, and actually the animations also good.
9 Lego games available for like $15.
Okay, that's interesting. That's terrifying. Yeah. Humble Bundle is very, very, very dangerous. Very, very, very dangerous. $229 worth of games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Lego at the movies.
So you got Lego Movie 2, The Incredibles, DC Supervillains, Ninjago, Marvel Superheroes 2, Avengers, Jurassic World, the Lego Movie video game, so the first part one, and then Marvel Superheroes.
Wow, and that's for £8. That's insane.
Right?
That is
and if you guys seen me play through Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, these games take comedy to a new level sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Lego games have always been like the Star Wars games have been an old favourite of mine, and this is also I'm supporting Active Minds. I don't know the charity, so I can't comment on them, but that's the charity that they're collecting for. So, as always with Humble Bundle, it is part of all proceeds go towards them. Go towards the charities. So the developers and the charities in a lot of these cases. So yeah. Oh, it's a different month. They support. Yeah, that's the one they're doing this month.
Those are the two things that I wanted to touch up on before time was out. Yeah. So, Liver, was there anything that you wanted to touch base on?
Nothing off the top of my head, apart from the minor disappointment that was Skull and Bones. But of what I've seen of it, anyway, it's a sailing game. We'll go into that one later. We've got months. They've actually done the release date. It's November time, November 8th, I think, off the top of my head. And I'm not going to be getting it. But it's one. No, it's one that I want Lucian here for as well, because it's the whole sailing game sort of piracy thing.
I know I was looking to that one as well, and I think I had it on.
I recommend go watch the trailer, go watch the gameplay footage, and see what you think, and then we'll chat about that one on another one. But what we will do, I think we will, because we've lost Lucian already. I think I will say we want to do shoutouts, Sarin.
All right, so I am SarinTal. I stream Wednesdays and Fridays on Twitch. You guys will find me there Wednesday mornings. I'm going to be continuing my Mass Effect Legendary Edition story playthrough, along with all the other side quests, and then joining the other two clowns for some Outriders or something, whatever we decide to play that day. And then Fridays are generally my multiplayer game days, which currently I am playing through Raft and V Rising. So, and that's usually joined with Griff, Kiki, Jet, and Nihilus. So if you guys are interested in any of those, please come down here, or come down to my channel and check that out. Over to you.
Yeah. And I'm TBSliver. I'm live Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday over on Twitch. I've recently been starting to post more on my YouTube. So youtube.com/TBSliver will get to my gaming channel. I've been starting to do shorts and stuff on there, and also on TikTok, because I'm crazy. It's the same content on both for the shorts, and they're in both places, because it's just, there's different people on each. Why not get them both? And yeah, mostly talking about my retro games recently. I'm probably going to be looking at speedrunning one of those soon. As soon as I've managed to complete it at least once. Some of them are harder than you think. There's a reason why they were some of the best games at the time. And,
you felt a sense of accomplishment when you finished them, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh my god, yes. But yes, that's my thing. However, on Friday tomorrow I will be playing Zell. So come and have a look at that game, see if you like it. It is out now. It will be a sponsored stream, so I don't actually know what my requirements are for that. It might be a couple of hours of gameplay or something like that. I don't think they've been specific on that. But come join me, twitch.tv/TBSliver, and we'll love to see you all there. So apart from that,
if you guys have stuck around to the end of this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when we're live next time. And if you have any suggestions for things that you want us to touch base on, leave them in the comments below.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us, and we will catch you in a fortnight, which will be on the 28th, hopefully, of July. So catch you all then. Ta-ra.
Take care, everyone.